This original WSRE presentation is made possible by viewers like you. Thank you.
He is one of the NBA's preeminent rebounders. Reggie Evans is on this edition of Conversations. In 2005, ESPN published some numbers that would confirm Reggie Evans is downright awesome when it comes to rebounding. Not a shocking revelation to his fellow competitors. His tough and physical play under the basket has defined his stellar NBA tenure. The Pensacola, Florida Woodham High School graduate began his career in the National Basketball Association in 2002 with the Seattle Supersonics. He's made subsequent stops in Denver, Philadelphia, Toronto, Los Angeles with the Clippers, and Brooklyn. The big physical power forward was traded in 2014 to the Sacramento Kings, where he finished out his contract. Here's a look at Reggie Evans in action. We are glad to have Reggie Evans on this edition of Conversations. Welcome, my friend.
I appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
Looked like you were having a little bit of fun out there.
Yes, I was. Yeah, that's always a great thing, enjoying something that you love.
Absolutely. How did it all start for you? How old were you when you started saying, I love basketball? It's my sport?
That's a great question for when I say I love the game of basketball. But just playing basketball at a young age, started young. My mom said I used to always keep a ball in my hand ever since I was one. She got me one. So the basketball I could probably say it was just love of it far from day one, and just knowing I had a basketball court next to my house, so it was convenient and stuff.
So how old were you when you started playing regular, pickup games with your friends and stuff?
Okay, well, probably pickup games started right away. Cause the neighborhood where I grew up at, you got you may have 5 to 6 baskets. So, before the big boys started playing whole court, you got a couple goals to shoot on. So I started playing pickup game right away in the neighborhood. So it started immediately.
How early on did you go, I'm pretty good at this?
You know what? I think when I got to junior college, that's when I started thinking big. Yeah. It's kind of started coming later in life where I was like, you know what, I was playing pickup games or playing preparing myself to go to junior college. Right. And with the way I was playing and the way my mindset was, it was like, hold up, NBA. NBA started coming to the picture. So I probably then when I realized I was going into the junior college, okay, NBA now.
And so you realize, hey, I'm pretty good. I can compete with anybody at that stage.
Once my high school career was over with and I had to get ready for, finish the summer out and get ready to go to junior college. And I played a lot to, be ready for when I go to junior college. Right. And that's when I started, I started feeling it okay.
Now I got a shot at it.
Now I never felt like I had a shot at it. I'm going to be in the NBA. It's a different.
You had that mindset. I'm going.
Yeah, I'm going. I'm going. Yeah, I'm going to be a part of this. Yeah. It's not like I have an opportunity or whatever. No, I'm going to be a part of it. I was saying it from a confident way.
Right.
Real confident. Real quiet, real to myself way.
Right. Yeah. Right. Building it up in your mind.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, absolutely. The power of positive thinking, so to speak.
Yeah, because I would like to. I always want to go to Division I. Yeah. Coming up, I used to see it on TV a lot. I watched the NBA game, but growing up, it seemed so boring. I loved it, but college game was more exciting. I guess because of the fans and stuff that's in the stands and. That what drew me growing up, but as I got older, that's when, okay, like I said, the NBA started coming.
So you went to Woodham High School, played ball at Woodham High School,
Yeah.
and then to Kansas for junior college.
Yeah.
And then to Iowa, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So take me kind of through the progression there. When you get to Iowa, so now you're on up there. What was that like?
Wow, you know, when I was in junior college, it was real tough. As in, like, my sophomore year, I had like blew up in the junior college level, and I did in the Midwest. You know, I was one of the top players, so I had so many schools recruiting me.
Right.
Like, a lot of schools recruiting me. They would even come to Pensacola to watch me play in the summertime, just regular pickup games.
Right.
So as time got closer, you know, I had to narrow my teams down. So I narrowed it down to Iowa, and I narrowed it down to Oklahoma and Maryland, LSU, and Cincinnati, to like five schools. And for some reason, you know, at this particular Jared Mullins camp for junior college player, I just seen this one coach. He wouldn't say nothing to me. He never broke no rules, and he was just staring at me. You know, and I'm like, why is this guy staring at me? You know, and I was doing, you know, I had a great camp, and all the coaches was there, but this one particular guy just stood out. I didn't know why. I'm like, why are you staring at me like that? You know, but I guess that was his recruiting tactic, and it was the assistant coach, Rich Walker at Iowa. And for some reason, you know, I took 2 unofficial visits to Oklahoma, an official visit to Maryland. But when I went to Iowa, it was just something about that visit. And when I went to the game to watch them play Minnesota, the crowd just started saying my name. The whole student section started saying my name.
Wow.
And I'm an incoming recruit on a visit, and they just saying my name. I knew right then that was it.
That was the
spot.
place to go.
Yeah.
And what was your career like there?
Best time of my life.
At Iowa?
Yeah, definitely. Best time of my life. Genuine, great people. Everybody just like to see you do great. You know, no negative environment, no negative vibe, just everything just genuine and just from the heart, you know, genuine fans, you know, just cold, but, you know, but when you're in college, you're having fun. So a lot of times you can overlook that.
Yeah. Did you feel a lot of pressure when you were there as a college athlete?
Not at all.
No?
Not at all. I ain't feel no pressure.
Really?
There was no pressure at all.
It was just fun. Just
fun.
enjoyable.
Yeah, it was enjoyable. Only time I had pressure is in the classroom. That was it. That's the only pressure I had.
Yeah.
You know, just knowing I got to get this assignment. I got to be in at this certain time. Got to be in this day. You know, so that's the only time when I felt pressure and stuff like that, when I was in class.
But being on the court, it was fun.
It was fun.
And the way it should be in college,
Yeah,
really.
exactly. I would get nervous more than feeling the pressure.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be more nervous than anything.
Right.
You know, I like to be nervous.
Right.
You know, so I play better like that. Yeah.
Makes you a better player.
Yeah, play better.
Yeah.
You know, because you just need just that one thing to get you going.
Yeah.
And you just hope you get it quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, tell me about the transition from Iowa to the Seattle Supersonics. So that's your first year in the National Basketball Association. What was that like?
Wow, that was, now that I look back at it, I was so like, when I look back at it, I was so like, I was young still.
Right.
You know, but I was so like, I had to be a man. 'Cause I had to grow up and be a man at an early age. But now it's like I'm going to a whole different phase of my life. Now I'm going into the real world.
Right.
And you know, I did not have the right guidance, kind of like show me the ropes and stuff like that. But fortunate enough, like I met my girlfriend, which is my wife now, and we kind of like made things kind of worked out when we went to Seattle. You know, so she found, you know, the apartment and stuff. You know, the transaction was just totally just different. It was like night and day, you know, because you have help in college,
yeah.
you know, and you know, you just free, you know, just feel free. You just go to practice, go to class, and just, you know, hang with the friends or do homework. It was just different to where now you're not on campus.
Right.
And we had to go find our own place, and you know, parents can't. My mom, them, you know, she really don't know a lot of things just based on how she was raised up. So it was really like, you know, kind of on my own.
Right. It It was a whole new
Yeah,
environment.
it was just a whole new environment. But at the same time, like I went at it, like I didn't hold my head down. Like, okay, cool, we just gotta do what we gotta do, and it still worked for us now.
Yeah.
So it was definitely a major change.
Yeah. How long have you been married? You've been married for a long time, right?
Yeah. I've been married like 7 years now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, very good.
Yep.
When you transitioned over to the NBA, tell me about the game. How's the game changed from college over to the NBA?
Oh man, the game in college is it's fun. A lot of love. It's genuine. Basketball is business. A lot of people don't realize you still got a lot of love for the game. Don't get me wrong, because you never want to lose the love for the game. You always like, yes, you're getting paid. We get paid, and that's a blessing.
Right.
But for you to last long, have a long career, you have to have a lot of love for the game. So you never want to lose that.
Right.
Because you never want to lose the edge of this new young guy coming in. You still want to show them that you the man. You the man. You can still hold it down.
Yeah.
Or when you get a certain age, you kind of like groom them.
Right.
So and you still want to be at top of your game no matter what year you is. So you never ever want to lose the love of the game. And as long as you have that love of the game, it carry over. So NBA game, you got to think a lot also too. You got to use your mind a lot. The competition is tough every day. Every game is tough. You're flying, you're doing a lot of flying. You're away from your family so many days and so many at a time. So it's definitely a major change, but it's definitely something you can adapt to quick.
Is the speed of the game much greater?
Wow, it depends on who you're playing.
Oh, is that right?
Yes, it definitely depends on who you're playing. It's definitely a different speed, but NBA it's so tough. It's tough because you got a lot of one-on-one matches, and sometimes you may need some help. Like watching the finals now. Seeing LeBron do what he doing, and Golden State playing great team defense, but but sometimes you may need somebody to help out. So it's definitely a tough environment coming up there compared to here. Also, a lot of guys be great in college, but they still have the skills to play in the NBA. But by them being in that environment, they so weak mentally to where they kind of lose it mentally. Sometimes a lot of players don't last as long because they're not as mentally strong. Because the NBA really like mental, 100% mental over anything. They're physical, they're more mental than anything.
I've heard so many professional athletes say that it's just, everybody has the skills at that level.
Exactly.
And then the extra, what makes you really better is what's between the ears.
Exactly. You have to let your mind control your body.
Yeah.
Like, for instance, like your body may tell you like, you know what, I don't feel like going to work, I'm tired. But once you let your mind overcome your body talking to you, like, you know what, let me go put this work in, let me go on time. And once you exercise your mind to be as strong mentally, you can overcome anything. And that's what it's all about, just being mentally strong in the NBA to make sure you're on time, to make sure you work out before practice, after practice, get your weight lift in, watch your films and stuff like that, and that staying consistent and be a family man, a husband or a boyfriend or a father,
Right.
You still have to do all them things and still have charity work if you do a lot of things in the community and do things with the organization also too.
Right.
And you got to be able to incorporate all them things in. And to do that, you got to be mentally strong to do them things and take care of them things.
How do you keep yourself mentally strong?
Wow. Now I have my kids. Just now. Back then, it was more like, I had my mom, I wanted some things, and like I said, I had the love for the game. I still had a love for the game, and that was my main thing, like the love and just knowing I had family. But now, like I have kids, I have my kids, so now it's almost like, I got to make sure they are, good,
Taken care of.
taken care of, so they don't have to be raised up the way I was raised up, even though I enjoy the way I was raised up, but I still don't want them to go through that.
Well, you came up through a tough environment, correct?
Yeah, exactly. I came up from a tough environment, you know, single parent, and
What's your mom think about your success?
she love it. Now that I went to Iowa and I started playing on TV, her love for the game is like at an all-time high.
I'm sure.
You know, because back then, you know, she was a hard-working single parent lady. You know, 4 kids. All of us has different dads. You know, she was always tired, so she never really like come to a lot of the high school games or a lot of the little league games. She was always tired, and my mom did not know how to. She didn't know how to drive. Still do not to this day. You know, she's so old-fashioned, old school, genuine-hearted.
Right.
You know, like, hey Jeff, you want something to eat? You know, one of the type. You know, so she's just old school. She's not with the whole new trend. You know,
right.
You know, give me a cell phone with the big numbers on it so I can see the numbers. You know, so you know, so now that she able to see me on TV, and she learning teams and learning players.
Yeah.
And it's fun to hear her just talk about basketball, but she's very happy. She's very happy with me.
Yeah, I'm sure she's quite proud.
Yeah, she's real proud.
She's real proud.
Yeah.
I'm curious, and I know a lot of the audience speakers. What's a typical day? What's a typical game day like? So you're getting ready to play somebody.
Wow.
What's a typical game day? What do you go through?
Okay, a typical game day for me is I wake up early, and I'm an early bird. You know, I never set an alarm clock. I don't ever set an alarm clock, no matter what time zone I'm in.
It's got the internal clock.
Yeah, just it's there. So I wake up probably early, and my wife probably wake up and feed me some breakfast, and depending on if it's a Friday game, I take my son with me to shoot around, or sometimes may not. And I make sure if shoot around is at 10, I make sure I'm there at 9. Give me a little treatment, and stuff before shoot around and stuff. Kind of, you know, get my body warmed up.
Sure.
So I make sure I'm always at shoot around and always at practice an hour before every day. That like clockwork. I've been doing that since being in the NBA. So I do that. We go to shoot around, and in the training room, we joke around, teammates joke around, play around. You have some guys on the court, some guys, you know, do that. So after my treatment, I go lift weights. I lift weights before a shoot around, give me a nice, good, strong lift in, and then I go have a shoot around. And shoot around kind of like a maintenance.
Mm-hmm.
You know, kind of get your body, you know, warmed up. You know, kind of get everybody out of bed from the night before, and you go over the team concept, or what's the game plan, you know, kind of like how we want to hold Stephen Curry, how we want to hold Klay Thompson, these certain guys, whatever the concept of it. Right. Get some shots up, and after that, probably no more about an hour and a half. Then after that, a lot of players get shots up. Then from there, we just get ice up and just kind of sit around and talk amongst players. Then eventually we'll go home. Then when I go home, pretty much it'll be almost time for like lunch for me, probably like around like 1:30. So I try to eat like 1 o'clock, 1:30. I eat breakfast around like 8:30. I try to eat breakfast at 8:30, and by the time I eat lunch, that's be enough time for the food to digest and get down.
Right.
And by then, my girls should be getting out of school around about like 2:30. They should be getting out of school, and I like to game at 7, and I like to leave around 3, so I get to see them before. And I like to get to the gym around like 4 o'clock for a 7 o'clock game. I always get there 3 hours early.
Okay.
I'm one of the first ones in the gyms, and I go out there on the court, get my work in and stuff, get all my work in about 15, 20 minutes, you know, depends. I could go a little longer. And once I get done with that, I just go back in the locker room and just get my headphones on, just sit down for the next, get some treatment sometime, get some more treatment, and just sit around. And just relax, headphones on, or
kind of get in the mood.
Yeah,
so to
get
speak.
in the mood. With this past season, I probably be talking to my sister a lot, doing before the game, texting me, I had my reason why I was talking to her. Cause I had to break some habits a little bit, so I'd probably be texting her. She was like, "What you doing?" I'm like, "I'm at the game." Whatever. "Oh, you got to play?" I'm like, "Yeah." So
it's kind of a very casual type
exactly,
situation.
exactly. But in the process, while you doing all that, you got the game on your mind.
Right.
Even when you go home, you driving home, the game is on your mind. Even when you eating your lunch, the game is on your mind. Even when the kids come around, the game is on your mind. So the game still gonna be in your mind, but you still gotta, still be yourself. A lot of players take naps. I don't take naps. Yeah. I'm not a daytime sleeper. Yeah. I'm up and stuff.
Who's the toughest you've ever played against?
Everybody asks me that, and a lot of people be kind of shocked. When I first got in the league, Sharif Abdul-Rahim was real tough for me. Yeah, he was real tough. He could play inside out. He was long. He got a great, back to the basket game. He could shoot this 15, 17 foot. He had a nice little hook shot, and he was I felt like the most underrated all-star in the league and most underrated guy that they forget about. Yeah. And he was tough.
Who's the best player in the league right now, in your judgment?
LeBron.
LeBron?
Yeah, definitely. Even though the Steph, I think he's definitely MVP this year. Yeah. But if you had to pick one guy to represent the NBA, you definitely had to be LeBron.
LeBron James, yeah. What's it like when you guys play them?
It's, we're ready to just win,
Do you prepare for them, or do you prepare for him any differently than you do anyone
Anybody?
else?
Nah, everything the same.
Everything the same.
Yeah. Everything the same. Because you get to playing these guys so much, so it's like, it's no big. Sometimes you'll forget who you go play next.
Right.
You be like, Jeff, who we play next?
Yeah.
Then you got look on the schedule on your phone. Like, oh yeah, we got the Lakers. So we don't just go crazy like what we got to do, especially during the regular season.
Yeah. What's I'm curious, help yourself there. You're talking about the Lakers. You were in Los Angeles for a while with the Clippers, obviously, but talk to me about the Lakers. I mean, they're have such a mystique around them, and of course, Kobe Bryant. What's that like going into that situation?
Lakers big time.
Big time, right?
Yeah, Lakers big time.
It really is showtime.
Yeah,
what they say, it is showtime.
They had a down year this year, but overall, Lakers still Lakers, so they big time. So regardless of what, they still the big dogs.
Yeah.
So they got a great organization, and they got a great, they've been representing this NBA globally for a long time. And one thing about the Lakers, when you play the Lakers, you see Lakers fans no matter what city you go to.
Oh, I bet.
Don't matter.
Yeah.
Lakers, you go see that purple and gold.
Yeah. What do you think of Kobe Bryant as a player?
Nah, he great. Yeah, he great. Yeah, definitely great.
Is there anybody in the NBA that you, Reggie Evans, you look up to and you just go, wow? I mean, and we established LeBron as, and it doesn't necessarily have to be somebody now, but say in the past. Did you have any heroes in the past?
My hero, Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan, yeah.
But when I played against Michael Jordan, I wasn't going crazy.
Yeah.
Nah, I wasn't going crazy at all. I had a great game, though.
Did you?
Yeah, I had a great game. Actually, he scored the first 11 points of the game. I scored the first 11 points of the game. We actually were going back and forth. Yeah, I was in Seattle at the time.
Was that kind of a surreal type situation?
And my mom's first game was that one.
Oh,
NBA game. So I was feeling good. My mom, I was excited. I was pumped.
I bet you were.
So I wasn't going crazy, so I wasn't getting caught up in the moment and stuff like that. Yeah.
Interesting. I've only got about 4 minutes left. You do a lot of charity work in Northwest Florida. Tell me a little bit about, I know one of the big events you have is your big softball tournament.
Yeah.
What's that all about?
My softball event, by my charity game, I do a lot of my charity stuff in Pensacola because of the fact that out of town, where I play at, a lot of them cities have like the Yankees, like New York got Yankees, the Rangers, the Brooklyn, so they get a chance the kids get a chance to see a lot of the players,
right.
Whereas in me, I'm from Pensacola, we was not able to see a lot of these players that's on TV, other than us. We so happy to see Emmitt Smith,
right.
We so happy to see Roy,
right.
Which we go see Roy all the time, in Pensacola, it'd be great. But, just knowing that, now I'm like I want to bring players to my city, to a lot of these kids kind of see some of their favorite players that was on TV, shake their hands and see the smile. What some of these kids, what I see some of these kids see us when I'm in New York or with the other teams and stuff. Now, my city can feel that same excitement also with the kids, get a chance to see the players and stuff. So that's why I do a lot of stuff at home, and wanted to bring a lot of players down here. And I thought softball would be great because I played a lot of softball growing up.
Neat. Tell me about your foundation, the Reggie Evans Foundation. What do you hope to accomplish with that, Reggie?
Well, you know, like I told you earlier in the station that, you know, my mom, you know, she was a single parent of 4. You know, I'm the baby of 4. And all of us had different dad, and basically my foundation is based on single parents, kind of help the single parents, no matter if you're a male or female, you know, and, you know, kind of help them out with the different resources of, you know, no matter if it's schoolwork, no matter if it's just you need books, just any little things to that nature. And I'm hoping as time goes on, the more I build it, hopefully I can get a chance to help kids get scholarships to different schools and stuff, you know, so basically, it all boils down to just giving back to the single parents and stuff.
Yeah, trying to make a difference in the community. Role models.
Yes, definitely. You know, definitely. You know.
What advice would you give a young person right now who may be struggling?
Whatever you believe in life, make sure you believe in that strong. And once you believe in it, work hard to achieve it, and whenever you have different mountains coming your way, make sure you climb the mountains to overcome it. Never give up, never take no for an answer, never hear that you're too short, you're too slow. No, believe in it, dream it, have faith in it, have a lot of confidence in it, and never give up. And achieve it, no matter what the odds is. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Never give up. And I just believe in putting all that together and accomplish whatever you want to achieve in life. It doesn't matter what it is in life, you know. So no matter you want to be the next Bill Gates, you know, look at his resume, see what he did, how he make it, and never let nobody say you cannot be the next Bill Gates. Yes, you can.
That's great advice.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Thank you so much for spending some time with us.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Joe.
You bet, Reggie Evans. By the way, you can keep up with Reggie's charitable work at reggieevansfoundation.com. You can watch more of our conversations online at wsre.org/conversations, as well as on YouTube and Facebook. I'm Jeff Weeks. Thank you so very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Take great care of yourself, and we'll see you soon.
Support for this program is provided in part by these corporate sponsors. And by viewers like you.